Yo, yo ho ho, yo ho ho. My ex-wife is a big hoe. BAe146. Anyways, enough with our Mother Goose nursery rhymes tonight. I guess that's Mother Goose. Is that Mother Goose? I can't remember. So I had a subscriber reach out to me the other day and said, man, I'd really like to see BAe146 in Air Canada livery flying around Calgary. Well, he didn't say flying around Calgary, but he gave me the code for the airport, CYYC. So I put together a route ski that we're going to do where we take off from Calgary and we're going to land back in Calgary. I'm looking for one thing real quick. I don't even know what the hell happened to it. I just had them all. I just had the top. Where'd the top go? Where did it go? Where did who go? Where did who go? What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up? Happy Taco Tuesday. I did not have tacos, but maybe you had tacos on this Tuesday. Where the hell did the top to my vape go? I just had it. I just unscrewed the motherfucker. Well, I must be losing my damn mind. Oh, no, that's not it. That's a hairbrush. And what the hell did I... Oh, it's right here. I just couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. All right. I reworked a few things as well with the flight stick and moving around and all that. So I think we're going to be better moving around. So the mouse now, I have the mouse going side to side, in and out. I have one of the joysticks on the top of the flight stick going up and down and in and out also. And then the other one I got up, down, side to side. So that way I don't have to use the keyboard, because before I would have to push 0 on the, for me to go right and left and forward and back. I would have to, I'm sorry, right and left and then up and down. I would have to push 0 on the number pad on the keyboard, then use the arrows. That's a pain in the ass, you know. And then to use the mouse again, I had to push 0 again. Now I can just do this, and if I need to angle down a little bit, I'm not a big fan of the up and down part, but it's certainly better than I had before. So, oh, we got all kinds of frame issues. Good Lord. And then for the arrows now on the keyboard, the arrows on the keyboard now I have set as up and down is increase, decrease the altitude, and then right and left is for heading. But I think this will work out okay. Because the one thing I'm not a huge fan of with this setup is the left joystick on top of the flight stick. It like doesn't stop right away. Like if I just click it one time to the right, it just kind of sways and keeps on going. But I can always offset that by moving back or forth, or, you know, up and down to offset that. So, all right, let's go ahead and, so I am going to use, oops. So I used this earlier today. I'm going to use this again, I think. I think it's almost the same as using GigaChad, but, you know, I know in real life, you know, somebody would actually be reading this off, so, you know, we're not in real life. But it's all good. But yeah, by the way, hit subscribe, hit that like button. You now have the option to become a member if you so choose. If you have an idea for one of the memberships that is not on there, let me know. I'm open to ideas for the memberships. You know, it's my first time doing this, so I went with what I think would be okay. And then also, you know, if you do want to donate, you can certainly help a brother out. The HBO special, to help a brother out special. You You could always hit a super chat or however it can be done nowadays. All right, so let's bring in this flight plan. So CYCC to CYCC. So it's like well, howdy Captain. We're back into BAe146. I had somebody reach out to me on the comments, said he wanted to see the Air Canada livery. So that's what we're showing today. How come I can't move anything? Yep, so he wanted to see it in Calgary, so that's where we're at. We're just making one big circle. It's about an 1.5 hour circle, but a circle nonetheless. All right, so we're going to use this checklist tonight. So let's go ahead and I already kind of have this memorized, but let's see what's first here. So, all right, tech logs, library, emergency equipment, right? Gears down already. We just saw that. All right, we got to take care of the weather. So that's over here. It's already off. This we got to spin up to 15. Just spin it up as far as it goes. It stops at 15. All right, the transponder is on standby already. All right. So what's up, man? Are you back home, or are you like in like a cool city tonight? Like, are you having like a layover overnight, or? All right, air brake's good, flaps are good, circuit breakers are all in. So we got batteries, nav light, and master switches. So let's take care of that. So let's go ahead and put on we'll do that, and non-smoking. And let's come over here. Oh yeah, we actually got to connect the power. Let's come here. Go to aircraft. Let's go to ground power. All right, let's import this. Oh man, Dallas is such a great city. I used to go to meetings there when I worked for Audi. We went to Dallas often for those meetings. Man, Dallas is a great city. All right, so we're going to start refueling. That's going to take about 5 minutes. Oops. All right, let's put the batteries on. That power's on. Is my monitor still on? I thought I put this on mute. Oh, mute is... Damn, no wonder it sounded like it was coming from my monitor, because it was. I'm such an idiot. All right. All right, let's put on our master switches. Ground ignition is on both. Let's put our brake fans on auto. Let's turn on the anti-skid, and let's make sure these spoilers are good. Let's come down here and make sure the bus ties are in. Let's arm the standby inverter. Let's arm the standby generator. Now let's go back down and see what's on this here checklist. Yeah, I've only been to Dallas for meetings and things like that. I've never really been able to spend more than maybe 2 days there at the most. It's a beautiful city, though. We used to stay at the W Hotel, which was like right next to the arena where the Mavericks play and the Dallas Stars and all that. So yeah, that W hotel, they had a bar right outside, like almost on the street. So it was great, man. Like when those games would let out and we'd be down there, man, it was good times, man. All right, so we just did the standby generator. All right, I'm not going to put the APU on yet. I actually want to put our flight plan in first while the airplane's refueling. So let's go forward. Let's angle down. Let's go forward some more. So far, this new setup with moving around is doing okay. It's not as fluid as the Xbox controller, but it's not too bad. It's doing okay so far. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, the W is a pretty fat hotel back. I mean, this is like 15 years ago. Yeah, about 15 years ago. Yeah, it was about 2009, 2010, somewhere in that area. I don't know what the W is like now, but I remember back then, man, the W was awesome. All right, so fuel, we should see the fuel increasing here now. Yep. So the fuel's increasing. Let's go to flight plan. Let's put in, so we're going from Calgary to Calgary. Now, I built this, I think I built this in a way to where we're going to fly over the mountains. So this should be a pretty cool kind of scenic type trip. I'm not looking to go like 25,000 feet in the air. I mean, shit, we flew the Concorde for like an hour last night at like 3,000 feet. So, you know, or maybe 45 minutes, but all right. So CYCC, enter, accept. And I plan on taking off from runway 26, but we're not using a standard instrument departure, so it doesn't really much matter. So let's see what they want us to use, and we'll just plug that in for... All right, 17 right. All right, no problem. All right, so we got to go now. We got to go to menu, depart. 17 right is number 4. Enter and flight plan. All right, let me plug that into Navigraph as well. 17 right. All right, and then we're going to Toxab. This is actually easier if I unload and look at it from here. Okay, Toxab, TOXAB. 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 Enter. Accept. And now we're going to do list. Airway. Yep. We got number 1. Enter. We're taking that to Epland. So number 1. All right, enter. Then we're going to URPUX. URPUX. Enter. Then we're doing another airway. Yep. Q949. Enter. We're taking that to Ramra, number 2. Enter. Then we're going to OMVAM. OMVAM. Enter. Then we're going to VOBUD. VOBUD. Enter. Then Menbo. MENBO. All right, and then we have one last airway. Let's click list. Airway. I thought, well, I mean, I think things should be inclusive, right? Isn't that diversity, equality, and inclusiveness? Isn't that what that is? DEI? Sometimes we can't use number one. Sometimes we have to use numbers that can identify as number one. So like number six tonight is identifying as number one. So, but his DNA is number 6. So we have to put in number 6. So, all right. And then we can put in, this airport again, CYYC, enter, accept. Let's go to menu, let's go to arrive. I want to try to do 35 left. I will. Oh, okay. 3. I thought you were telling me to choose 1 through 3 on here. Yeah, number 3. All right, IGVEP 6. Number 5. Enter, and our transition is nice. Cruising speed. Whoa, that's a big one, man. Damn, Chicago. That's awesome. If I knew that's what it meant, I would have said number 1. Thank you. Appreciate it. What is our transition? IGVEP. Is this for... Oh, this is... Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. All right. Well, our transition is IGVEP. Let me look at the chart real quick, because this doesn't make sense. Now, this info is pretty old, because this error rack in here is like 2 years old, so it might not exist anymore. All right, we got ANTAC. All right, IGVEP. Yeah, I'm just leaving it without a transition there. All right, let me look through here. Vectors, CYYC. Let's get rid of that vectors. And that should be part of our landing there. Depth-do. All right, I think we're good here. All right, let's finish getting this together here. So refueling's complete. Let's click on the peoples. Start boarding.
Cabin crew, arm doors and head check.
Very good. All right, that's all done. Let's finish doing our force start checklist. Oh yeah, now it's the APU, so let's do the APU. All right, put on this pump. Let's put the APU generator on. Put this on. And after that, it's APU, cabin emergency lights. There's no ground test switch that I can find. Pressurization, air conditioning, hydraulics, DC pump, AC pump on then off. Okay. Oh, that's off. Anti-ice on. Okay. Their shield. Both in. Those are already put in. We got to turn the yaw dampeners on. And the oxygen. Okay, so it's really just a few things left here. All right, let's slide on over. Put on the APU air and the packs. Let's move this down to... I'll put 25 in. I don't really know what we're going to go up to today. All right, let's arm the ice detect. Put on our fast seatbelt signs. And let's go ahead and... Battery 1, battery 2 is good. All right, let's go ahead over here. Put our oxygen on. Let's turn on our lights here. Let's turn on our glare shield lights. And let's turn on these lights. All right, that's pretty much it for the before start. Unless we can actually get rid of the ground power now. Let's get rid of the chocks. All right, before start, the thrust levers, we already know they're good. Fuel panel, pressurization, we just set that. Ice detect is on. Lights are fine. All right, fasten seatbelts, we just turned on. Fuel. Flight director. Altimeter set and cross-checked. We'll do that in a second. Reset the red switch. We don't have any papers. And speed bugs set. Okay, very good. So... all right, let's go over here, see what our pressure is. I think I have live weather on. All right, 30.02. That's right here, 30.02. We got to turn our yaw dampener on. We didn't turn that on yet. That's right down here. Let's turn our systems on here. Let's go ahead and turn this off. All right. And let's put it on RNAV. RNAV. All right, we got that done. And let's see here. All right, we got to turn on beacon lights. Let's do that. All right, beacon on. Let's do all 4 of the fuel pumps. We got engine anti-ice we got to turn on as well. Let's turn the exterior power off. All right, this should be on normal already. All right, let's do number 4. Start master on. All right, this is rolling. Get that on. We got to do our speed bugs. Just click on this little chart here. AC pump, fuel pumps, generators on, brake fans on, that's already turned on. All right, so generators and hydraulics and the heaters, those are the biggest things after we start everything up. All right, all the verbiage is gone, so we can start number 3. So 3, turn this off, turn it back on, flip that switch. There might be. Hang on a second. I don't know if it has the other engines. No, but I could do something though. I can how come this doesn't work in drone mode anymore? Give me a second here. Let me see why I can't operate drone mode anymore. What's up? What's up, bro? All right, keyboard, camera. Oh, I might not have the right. Let me see here. I might not have the right one on. No, I do have the right one. Okay, drone camera. Oh, it's RDAWF. Oh, motherfucker! I hate that. I hate it. All right, let's go back and try it. Well, you know what? I'm not going to be able to... I don't think I'm going to be able to move around in drone mode. It's not really letting me. I'll have to... Yeah. I'll have to play with it later. I don't know why we can't... Like, it's not... The keyboard's not responding. The commands aren't responding. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I can spin around in regular mode outside, just not in drone mode. That's about as good as I can get right here. Without really like playing with it. All right, and wait for those letters to turn. There we go. That off, on, and flip that one. Wait for this to get up a little bit. All right, very good. One thing we didn't do is turn on the system here. All right, those are on now. Put our flight directors on. Let's go ahead and I guess we'll put our transponder on now too. All right, engines are all good. I think. Yep. So let's go ahead and turn this off. Put our generators on. Let's turn the anti-ice off. Put our heaters on. And put our hydraulics on. All right, we're just about ready to move forward. Let's see what it says here. All right, after start, we did all that already. Anti-ice. Generators, brake fans are already on auto. Heaters are on. APU air, doors and windows closed. Chocks and ground equipment, transponder. All right, I think they already armed the doors. Let me see what the tablet says here. Oh, we got to turn this light on here for the instruments. Aircraft. Yeah, they already armed the doors. Okay. All right, let's go to page 2. And then it's just normal takeoff shit. So we can actually taxi and then do some of this stuff while we're taxiing, probably. All right. Well, actually, let's put our flaps down now. All right, that's good. And flight instruments. Guess we should check those. Yep, free and clear. Continuous A and B, flight directors, flaps. Where does it say anything about the... Alright, I must have missed that cue to put these pumps on here. Yeah, it's a little strange looking. That high wing airliner. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, emergency lights not armed. Oh yeah, we gotta arm the emergency lights. Alright, let's put our taxi lights on. Oh, we didn't put the galley and shed light on. And that's good. Let's go back here. Let's put our cabin emergency lights. Let's arm those. All right, I think we're good to go. I don't know how I missed that, but it happens. And oh yeah, let's actually put our altitude up right now too. So we'll do like 20,000 for now. Could be. Maybe it was for ground clearance because this plane's already kind of low to the ground. Maybe it was for, you know, to keep it low to the ground. All right, I want to look at one thing real quick before we go. I just want to... Let me go back. All right. Packs and APU. Doors and windows. AC pump off. AP, I know, but the AC pump's gotta be turned on at some point before takeoff. Right? Oh, here we go. AC pump on. There we go. Okay. All right, and let's put our power on here. All right, that's 88. Let's move this back a bit. All right, we'll leave it where it started at 18. Let's put our weather on real quick. And now let's go taxi. Let's put this on fuel. Actually, we'll put him on performance. All right, let's roll. Let's release the parking brake. I think I'm going to change that configuration for moving the camera up and down and left and right inside the cockpit. It's just so weird having it, like, it just doesn't stop where I think it should. So whenever I use this on top of the flight stick, there's these two hat switches, these two like joysticks, and the left one I use for looking up and down and like up, down, like side to side, and it just doesn't stop like when I want it to. It just keeps on going. Like, look, I'll move it to the right. It just like swings. I mean, I can fix it a bit by the mouse, I guess, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a grumpy old man. Maybe it's just something I just need to get used to. Goddamn whippersnappers. You know, like, something I gotta get used to. Our music's not playing. Wonder why. Alright, let's get our little booklet out. We'll check that out when we get a little closer. Actually rotate that. Let's get it to... Nope, not that page, buddy. That page.
Cabin crew, please take the seats for takeoff.
Cabin is secure.
Thank you, darling. This is the only plane that I know of in this simulator that actually, like, that kind of stuff happens. Where you hear the pilot, you know, tell them to take their seats for takeoff, and, you know, the flight attendant does her thing. Like, I can't remember any other airplanes that do that. Yeah, nah, that's not on Xbox, right? Alright, we don't have a chart for takeoff, so we're not worried about a chart right now. Dude, watch out, truck. Damn. Alright, let's park right here for a second. And let's fix our lights first. Let's put those on. Let's put those on. Strobes on, and let's see what else we got to do for takeoff. All right, how do I go down again? Here we go. Down, forward, up, up, up. All right. Configuration. We got to check that. Trims. We got to make sure that's okay. TMS. right. Cabin, we already secured it. That was what we did when we pushed the button up top. Briefing, nav aids. All right, radar we got on. AC pumps are already on. TMS we're getting ready to do. Flaps are good. And then after takeoff, it's engine air on, APU air off. All right, very good. All right, let's go ahead and test our configuration real quick. I don't know if it's going to be okay with the parking brake on, so let's take the parking brake off. All right, there we go. Parking brake was on. Now it's off. All right, we got TMS is set. And what else did I say we had to do? What the hell was it again? Oh yeah, we gotta turn continuous on. I think that was it. Whoa! That's cool, man. Awesome. Have fun, man. I've always heard Paris is really nice. I've never been there myself, but I've always heard really good things about it. That's awesome. Alright, radar, AC pumps. Secure. Yeah, I think we're good, actually. Continuous AB on, cabin secure, brakes. Yellow and green, right. Flaps. Yeah, I imagine you do have a lot of miles. Yeah, that's great. That's cool, man. Congratulations. Trying to get a good spot for takeoff. Yeah, I might wind up switching these cameras after this flight. I might just work on it tomorrow. It's such a pain to try to get this right. All right, let's go. It was easier before with the mouse being able to look up and down and side to side. And maybe I can use the hat switch to go left and right and up and down. Paris, man, that's awesome. Yeah, I've been to Germany twice, Austria twice, and England twice, but other than that, never any place in Europe. All right, let's get out of here.
TMS set to take off. Power set, flex achieved. Speed alive, both sides. 80 knots, cross checked.
Germany's real nice, man. I like Germany a lot. It's been a long time since I've been there, though, dude. Like, I haven't been there in, like, 15 years. But last time I went there, it was great. Alright, let's, yeah, Germany's a lot of fun. I like Germany. Alright, engine air on... oh, no, not that. APU air off. Alright, that's after takeoff. We'll do the pumps and the PTU. What is it? AC pump off and PTU off and APU stop. Okay.
Speed checked below 205. Select flaps 80.
Heading is secure.
Alright. Now we got control of the plane now. That was a little dicey coming out of that pause menu. Hey, what up, cowboy? Welcome back. Alright, as soon as, well, that's a pretty steep turn, jeez. I'm surprised it didn't say anything to us. Alright, let's actually go into autopilot on. Let's do heading mode. And IAS. Sure. Member up. It's all good. Alright, IAS is on. And now what we need to do is we need to turn this off, and this off. That beep was for the APU going off. Oh, yeah, we could probably turn the lights up, the takeoff lights off. All right, let's set this to, I guess we'll do like 21,000. Arm that. Plug in standard pressure. Alright, our course is starting to come into play, so I'm going to click LNAV here momentarily. As soon as this line gets a little bit closer. All right, let's click LNAV. Now our route is engaged. Flaps are up. Ice detected. Very good. Let's put on our ice equipment. And for cruising, we need to do what? Let's see here. Climb. Oh, that's it. Nothing for cruise. Okay. All right, let's see what this thing says here. We should be cruising at when we get up to cruising speed. So we're in the 146-200. So I usually stick around 250. That's probably fine still. Alright, I think we can turn our anti-ice off. We don't have the icon for it anymore. And let's turn the seatbelts off. We gotta put the music back on. I wonder why, I wonder which one of these zombies turned the music off. Oh, wow. That's cool, man. I think helicopter pilots are badass, man. Really. That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely, man. Helicopter pilots are badass. Oh shit, we're at cruising altitude. Let's reduce the throttle before we overspeed. Let's put our engines in target and sync to engine number 1. Let's reduce our thrust. Very good. I wish this weather screen would work. I think it used to work at some point. Well, that's true. All pilots are badass. You're right about that. My bad, cowboy. I didn't mean to offend anybody. I'm sorry, Chicago. I didn't mean it. You're a badass too, Chicago. Absolutely. All right, we're gonna put in 1500 again for our target descent. Whoa, this is a longer trip than I thought. We got 300 and some miles until we descend. Jesus. Well, thank you. I try. I like to think I'm the most badass person in my house. In my house, I think I'm the most badass. But thank you, cowboy. I appreciate that. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I got to go into the pause menu for a minute. I got it. This is driving me nuts. I got to fix this camera situation real quick. Just give me like 2 minutes. Hopefully 2 minutes. All right, let's go here. Let's erase these. Yeah, it is driving me absolutely nuts. Okay, save. Mouse. All here. And we are doing... Okay. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, it's a little challenging. You know. It's not the most challenging plane that I've flown in this simulator, but it's definitely... It's up there. Well, that's true. It is a less expensive hobby. That's a very good selling point. All right, so if I want to look down... Oh, how do I want to do this? Left, right, up, down would be Y plus, I think. All right, validate. Left is X minus. Oh, that's down left. Shit. I want regular left. Give me regular left. Here we go. Left is X minus. Right is X plus. And look up is Y minus. Okay, validate that. Apply and save. And now let's go back to the flight stick. And let me see if there's a translate. There we go. Translate cockpit view backward, forward, left, and right. Okay. Okay, right is going to be... Oh, shit. Hang on a second. Not button 12, too. Just right. All right, that's good. We're just about done. 3 more buttons to do. All right, forward is going to be POV up. And backwards is POV down. All right, apply and save. Now we should be good. Oh, much better. Oh my God, so much better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So much better. Oh my God. Woo! That was a rough one. All right, we got to move our engines up a little bit. Actually, having a flight stick with this airplane makes it much easier to fly. When I was using the Xbox controller for toggling the speed, like the N1 numbers here, they would spin, like if I was trying to decrease the speed, they would spin back. Say I was going from like 95% to 88. It would spin back to like 88. I'd let go of the button, and then all of a sudden they'd go back up again to like 95. So at least with the levers now, like when I put it there, it stays there and it doesn't move, so. Oh yeah, now this is good. Now it stops when the button is let go. Before, when I let go of the button, it just kept on moving. Oh, much better. Oh my God. Where have you been all my life, buttons? All right, oh, that's good. Well, we might as well bring out that book again since the weather's not working. And let's rotate it. Oh yeah, that's what I want to do. Let's go put the music back on. Let's turn around. I had the music on today when I was messing around with the plane. I don't know why it turned off. There we go. Let's make some coffee while we're over here too. Oh, that's cool. Your dad used to fly for it. I was fixing how my devices move the camera inside the airplane. So the flight stick that I use has two buttons. Has two little joysticks on the top. And I was using one of the joysticks to move, like to look up, look down, and like moving it like this, like up and down and side to side. Well, that button, whenever I would like move it and I'd let go of the button, the camera would just keep on going. So I just switched it now. So now my mouse does the up and down, side to side movements, and this joystick now does, you know, side to side and front and back. So that's all I fixed, just camera views, how to move around the camera. Yeah, so we should be making a left here coming up. I built this so we can fly like over the mountain ranges. Let's actually drop a bit in altitude, actually. Let's go down to 15,000 feet. Let's go down to like 16,000. And if we're descending, PTU needs to go back on. Yeah, I never really did anything like moving cameras and stuff like that until I got this flight stick. And then once I got this flight stick, I was kind of forced at that point to rework some of the button configurations. And then, I mean, at least Microsoft, at least on Xbox, they make it easy to do. You just go in and choose what you want and hit enter, and you know they make it at least pretty simple to do. All right, let's go ahead and go down to 16,000 feet. Well, shit. Let me choose 1 this time, because last time I chose the biggest number and it made me uncomfortable for about 10 seconds. So let me choose number 1 this time. You bastard. That's funny. Pick a number from 1 to 1,000. That's funny, man. All right, let me let's descend a bit. So we want to click on this button here. Let's reduce the throttle. And click IAS. And then put the PTU on. And then we need to arm altitude as well. Yeah, I always use IAS to go up and down in this airplane. It makes it pretty easy. Now we just have to adjust the throttle to adjust our, you know, descent speed. Or at least our angle of descent. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, I like to get a little closer to the ground on this flight. Like I did with the Concorde last night. That was pretty cool. I liked flying the last, like, 45 minutes of that flight last night, flying so close to the ground. Alright, where are we actually at? Let me see here. So we should have Erpucks coming up. Where are we at? Yeah, here's Erpucks. Yeah, as I said, this thing is just one big circle. I had to use the... It was very strange building this today because the air rack is like 2 years old. So I wound up having to build this whole thing in SimBrief. I've never used their map before until today to like pick waypoints and airways and stuff like that, but wasn't too bad. It was a bit simpler than I thought it was going to be on their website. But I couldn't go into Navigraph and build it because Navigraph uses the newest, you know, air rack data. All right, let me increase the thrust a bit so we can slow down our descent. Get to about 1,000. There we go. Let's try to stick to around 1,000. I mean, there's no rush to get down in altitude, but I would like to get a little... It's all good. Yeah, I probably can go direct to a waypoint. Well, the way I have it built, we're making this circle, and then at the bottom of that circle is the beginning of the arrival. And then we take that arrival in, and then pick up the approach. Part of the reason I built it like that is so I could illustrate how to input, you know, all the info into the system. So, but yeah, I probably could go direct. All right, we're just about leveled off. Let's go ahead and turn the PTU back off. Put ourselves back in target mode. Sync everything off the number 1 engine. There's altitude, and let's increase our speed a bit. Of course, I can always increase the speed of the simulator too. That'll speed things up too, but I'm not in a huge rush tonight. I am curious about one thing though. I haven't tried this feature yet. Let me so this feature down here under nav, like right now we're in 308. Like if I plug in, like, you know what, I think I'm going to try this when we get closer to the landing, because if I plug in a heading right now and hit enter, it should go right to that heading. Hey man, next time you're in BWI, you just kidnap me for like the next like 24 hours and then just drop me back off. Well, even if you go to Dulles or to Philly, I can make that trip too, but BWI is like 10 minutes from my house. That works. Like, sorry kids, I'm getting kidnapped by Chicago. Yeah, that'd be cool. All right, once we make our U-turn and start heading south, I'm going to speed the simulator up. If I do it now, I'm going to have to slow it down quickly because this airplane doesn't do well with turns when the simulator's sped up. It's a really fun plane to fly. Now that they've updated this thing, it's really quite nice. Having the checklist now, having that other handout, the updated nav system. I mean, like, they made some really good changes. Well, I hope whoever requested this flight, I hope they enjoy it. They weren't very descriptive. They just said, I'd like to see Air Canada in the Calgary airport. So I was like, all right, I can do that. I haven't had a request in a few months, man. It's kind of nice. Oh no, that's not true. Chicago, you've had a couple of requests. That's right. I try to block those out of my brain because of how difficult they are. Do me a favor. Land on this little postage stamp out in the Caribbean. Next, we'll be landing in Nepal, and there's also a little airport on the side of a mountain in the Alps. I could try landing on that thing. It literally is on the side of a mountain. I'll have to find the bush trip that goes with it. There's a bush trip that's associated with this one landing. All right, sounds good, Chicago. I appreciate everything. Have a good night. Have a safe flight, and you know, we'll talk tomorrow. See ya. Yeah, there's a little airport on this one bush trip. I don't remember which bush trip it is. It was either the Alps or the Pyrenees Mountains. I believe it was in France. It was either like in France or Austria. I think it was France. But I'm telling you, this landing, it's like a strip of grass on the side of a mountain. And the mountain, like the runway starts going down. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, just you wait. Oh my God. Greece is, oh my God. It's like I've seen a ghost. Yeah, loop's tough, cowboy. I landed on that thing a couple of times. That's a pretty difficult landing. Absolutely. I don't know how they do it in real life. It's difficult enough in the simulator. I don't know how they do that thing in real life. Oh my God, what's up, Greece? What's good, my brother? All right, we should be turning here pretty soon, I would think. Yeah, 8 miles. And then we should be turning. Doesn't this thing... I thought this thing has... I guess it doesn't. I thought this thing had like an IFR map on it, but I guess it doesn't. Oh well. Oh yeah, definitely a nail biter. I mean, when you're flying into that airport, you have to... there's like this valley in between mountains you have to fly through. And then you just see it like off to your right, and I always made the mistake of turning too late when I was landing on that airport. I mean, I landed on it. It took me like 3 or 4 times to get it, but yeah, I always made that turn to the airport too late. And then getting the altitude right to come in for the landing is difficult too. I mean, that's a difficult airport to land at for sure. I don't know how those guys do it, or women, whoever lands those airplanes. I don't know how they do that every day, like multiple times a day, man. That's got to be like... I'm sure there's muscle memory involved, you know, and I'm like, you know, but still, like, initially learning it and then having to repeat it in all kinds of weather conditions, like, that's got to be rough. All right, so here's our turn towards Ramra. Oh, I hate that. It's the worst when they just keep on talking and you're just like, man, can you just shut up? Just shut up. But I understand. You're trying to get some. So you're putting the work in. Hopefully the payout is worth the time and effort you're putting in. Yeah, hopefully you'll be rewarded for all the hard work you're putting in. It's not easy sitting there listening like that, man. I do not miss that at all. Ugh. God bless you. Yeah, that's excessive, man. That's I don't think I don't know. You know, when I first meet girls, I mean, we do, you know, we talk for a while, but I mean, I don't think I've ever talked for 5 hours. I think the longest has probably been like 2.5, somewhere in that area, but never 5. Oh my god, that would drive me nuts. I'm sure time went by very quickly for like the first 2 hours, and then you just kept on looking at your watch and kept on getting more and more impatient. Well, anyways, hope she's worth it. There we go. Now we got some mountainous that we're flying over. It's a bit turbulent out here today. Do I have real time on too? Oh, no, I don't. It's real time. Not too far off. All right, we should be turning again. Oh, yeah. Well, if you're not trying to hit it, then I would probably block her phone number then, but... Or just... Damn, we got 50 miles? Shit, let's speed this bitch up. Alright, we're now at 2x speed right now. Yeah, I mean, if you're not trying to hit it, man, you should definitely, I would not be putting any more time in. I mean, I think one 5-hour session too many if you're not trying to, you know, you're not trying to do it. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could talk to a girl for that long if I have no interest in getting with her. All right, ice protection's on. We got the yellow thing here. Right, Cowboy's right. Texas is right. Run while you still can. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Don't look back. Oh, I hope we're not going to crash into these mountains. Hopefully 16,000 feet's enough. I didn't see mountains higher than like 15,000 feet today when I was building this, so we should be okay. Well, the radio altitude hasn't kicked on yet, so that's good. There's a radio altimeter right here. That'll usually kick on if we're, you know, too high or, you know, if we're too low. I think it kicks on once we're like 2,000 feet. All right, we're going to make a turn to the left here momentarily. Let me slow our sim back down again. Yeah, run and don't look back. Yeah, he is right. Yeah, I hate when they do that. They take your temperature like that, like, oh, I wonder if he's just going to let me go or if he's going to try to keep me on the phone. Wow, you know, that's like five that's 5 hours of your life you're never going to get back, dude. Wow. That's annoying. That's annoying too when they say they're going to go like, all right, I'm going to hang up so I can go to sleep, and they just keep on talking. That's really annoying. I guess there's no real need to turn photogrammetry back on since we're in the mountains. Got our radio playing. The zombies are all dancing on board. Alright, we should be making a turn here to the south any minute now. And that's like, that's almost our last turn. We have one more big turn after that. And then we'll be on course for the arrival. We have one more big leg. We have I don't know how many miles offhand, maybe 120 after this turn. And then we turn towards the airport. Right. Hey, you should have sent me a message on Discord. We could have, like, Skyped her into the call. We could have put her live on the air and listened to your guys' conversation. I would have done that. If we could have figured a way for you to, like, Skype the phone call or Zoom it, I would have opened the window on OBS and just let the thing play live. That would have been great. And then we can hear her talking, and maybe every 15 to 20 seconds you'll be like, uh-huh. Yep, I agree. Yeah, that's terrible. I would have done the same thing. Tell me more. God, I can't believe that actually happened. She said, what? No way. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Canada. Got no clue. You sending mysterious messages. That's it? Only 30 miles? Or is it 30 miles to Amvam? Let me see here. That can't be 30 miles to Vobud. That's funny. Well, at least you don't have to worry about it anymore. All right, well, I mean, there's plenty of time to join. It looks like, if I'm reading your English correct, which I think I understand what you're saying. It looks like I guess you asked your mom. She said no. That's all right, man. You show up often enough, man. It's all good. All right, so it's actually a lot closer than I thought, because... Oh, never mind. This one right here is the one that's far away. That's like 70 some miles away, it looks like. Yeah, don't worry about it, you know. If you can join one day, do it. If not, it's all good. Oh, shit, we still have ice detection. Damn. All right, let's put it back on. It's all good. All right, let's go back to 2x speed. Well, actually, let's go to 1x. That way, hopefully, it won't kick us out of autopilot. Yeah. I hear you, Jake. I can't help you with that one. Yeah, Grease. If she calls again, you know, you could probably just make a recording of yourself just giving little answers. You know, like what I did a few minutes ago, and just start it and just let it play on loop. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate it. You know, this is not. I'm not Dark Side Phil. You don't have to donate to hang out, but I certainly appreciate it. Thank you. I do appreciate it a lot. Yeah, I'm not Dark Side Phil. I don't force people and make them feel guilty about not donating, man. But I certainly appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Jake, for the 279 super chat. Yeah, Grease, just record your voice. Put it on loop. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, you just missed Chicago by a few minutes, Grease. He had to dip out to go to sleep. He's got an early flight tomorrow. Haven't seen Frank in a minute. He stops by every once in a while to say hi and then leaves. I don't know. I don't know, Jake. I haven't looked it up yet. Oh, yeah, thanks, Grease. Yeah, Yeah, I got the. I met the requirements last week. I wound up doing the chicken dance live on air. I was like, they made me do the chicken dance live on air. I'm not flying tomorrow. Chicago's flying tomorrow to pilot. I was telling Grease that he just dipped out because he's flying tomorrow. He's getting up early. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere, man. I'm working. Yeah, Keith stopped by the other day, and Magnum PI was here for a minute. But Frank's been kind of MIA. I think he it's all good. Yeah, I think Frank kind of got mad that we weren't giving him the attention that he was looking for. Oh, turbulence. I want to kick the speed up a bit, but not with this turbulence. Whoa! I banned Wokies. Right, that's right. Thank you, Greece, for the 249 super chat. 249 euros. That's like $1 million over here in America. That's great, man. I can almost retire now. Thanks, Greece. I appreciate it. Yeah, I remember every time I went over to Europe, they would not take American money. They were like, do you have euro? And I'm like, no. We don't accept American money. I'm like, really? I'm like, I'd never heard of a place not accepting American money, but American money is worth a whole lot less than the euro, at least when I went over there some years ago. I had to go to an ATM machine and take out a bunch of euros so I could buy food at midnight when I got to Germany. Right, that's right. I'm gonna put a down payment on a Dassault Falcon. Hey, $4, I'll take it. What's YouTube get, like 30%? That works for me. I'm almost making Dark Side Phil income right now. That's great. Oh, I'm still in sped up mode, aren't I? Let me look at this clock here. Hang on a second. One 1,000, two 1,000, three 1,000. Oh no, I'm not in sped up mode. Let me see. Alright, that's definitely sped up. Three 1,000, four 1,000. Oh yeah, that's slowed down. Alright, this is regular speed. I think. Let me see here. Yeah, the shorts definitely help, Grease. Yeah, they probably helped me get like 50 to 60 more people over the last month. I think my analytics said I got like 60 people in the last month, or 56. And I think a lot of it came from those shorts that I put up. Yeah, that was a very good idea. Thank you. On 1,000. You know what? I can't tell if this is sped up or not. One 1,000, two 1,000. I think it is. Thank you. I appreciate it. Sweet. I like fighter jets. Cool. Well, thank you, Mr. Grease. I appreciate it. I'm staring at this clock trying to figure out if we're going too fast or not. I'll tell you what, let me get my... Where's my phone? Let me put my stopwatch on and see if it matches up. All right, clock. Stopwatch. And start. Okay, yeah, that's slowed down. This is right speed here. Let's stop. Reset. And let's push start. Yep, okay. That's the correct. Yep. All right, very good. All right, now we're in the right speed. Man, the zombies love this music. I mean, how many hours have I put into this airplane? I had no idea that there was a radio that was usable until the other night. I wasn't planning on flying this plane again this soon, but like the title says, I had somebody reach out to me and asked to do it, so I was like, sure thing. I'm okay with requests. That's one less thing I have to think about then during the day when I get somebody asking me to do a request. One less thing I gotta think about at that point. Are you far away from Calgary, Jake? I mean, I know Canada's huge, so like I'm not like, are you on the east side, like where Toronto is, or are you kind of where or out this way, like Calgary and Vancouver and all that? I want to get a little closer to the ground. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. I probably should. I'll have to set that up later tonight or tomorrow. All right, I will be back in about 30 seconds. Make you move. Hey. All right. Yeah. You're right. I should get under the clouds. The problem is that there's mountains. And you know, a little turbulence I'm okay with. I just don't want to, you know, I don't want to get too close to the mountains. I could drop a couple more thousand feet though. I don't think there's anything above. Let's drop to 14,000 feet. All right, let's put this on. Let's put the thing here on descend. Let's reduce our thrusters a bit. Let's put this on IAS. Let's arm the altitude and got to put PTU back on. What am I looking for here? Fuel. Let me see how much fuel. Oh yeah, we're good. I think part of the reason I'm hitting turbulence is because I'm so close to the mountains, to be honest. But man, I can hear my son yelling at somebody online. Jesus, God almighty. He takes online gaming so seriously, man. He like lives and dies by it. It's crazy. Right. That's right. He does have Sim Plaza. That's right. That's right. Greece is my Sim Plaza. Actually, let's go down to 13,000 feet. Try to get under this turbulence a bit. Get sued, man. That's a huge website. They're not gonna. If that website got in trouble, they wouldn't go after every single person that. They probably wouldn't even go after you. Really? I mean, that's a huge website. I don't think you would get in trouble, man. I used to steal music all the time when I was your age, man, offline. I never got in trouble. Oh, it's illegal in Canada? Well, yeah, you're, and your dictator, I mean, your prime minister up there, not a very nice guy, so. All right, altitude's back on. Let's put our speed back up. Sync this to air and turn the PTU off again. And we can turn off all the anti-ice equipment. Now that the thing is off for that. All right, so we got 5 minutes until our turn. It looks like we're getting ready to turn towards our arrival, actually. Right. Yeah, Texas, Canada. All right, let's see what our chart is. So we have 10 2J, 10. J. All right, here's the first one. That's our first chart, and our approach chart is 11.5, I think. Yep, 11.5. This one right here. All right, we got 111.5 is our frequency. Let's change that in both places. $111.5. And our course is, oh, we gotta bring our speed down. All right, 345 is our course. All right, we're all set for a landing. Go back to our arrival. Where are we at right now? Oh, more icing. Yeah. Okay. All right, VNav. All right, we got a little bit of time before our top of descent. Somebody's in the Hornet. All right, let's speed up a bit. Our decision height is 200. We already got that plugged in. And it looks like our capture point's almost 5,000 feet. So we only have about 8,000 feet to descend. That's good. That's real good. Nice. Hopefully it just doesn't make circles. Get back here, Hornet. Mira, I want to show you some international hand symbols. What did they call that in Top Gun? We were doing foreign, I forget what they called it in Top Gun, when they were explaining why they gave why they gave that guy the middle finger in the beginning of the first Top Gun. We're doing foreign. Oh, what did Goose and Maverick call it? Well, whatever. No big deal. No reason to make my brain hurt. He was probably talking to me, dude. I mean, he could have been talking to you, but he was probably talking to me. Yep. That is true. Alright, so we should be getting ready to pick up Menbo, and then after Menbo, we should be picking up Norrit. So our plane should be catching up here pretty soon to this chart. Oh yeah, man, if you couldn't get sued, yeah, absolutely. Shit, if I could do it on Xbox, I probably would have had every plane in the sim right now. If I could do that on Xbox. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I think I know what Russian plane you're talking about, too. But yes, I love me some Russian jets. Some SUs. Well, it could be a MiG. Could be the Su-57. Alright, we should be picking up Menbo and then Norrit. This new flight management system is pretty cool in this plane, man. You can go down here real quick. So they have this VNAV page. You just plug in your target descent and it calculates it for you, shows you all the waypoints. And then under performance, I'm sorry, under here you can click on menu. Nope, not this, sorry. Under navigation, you can plug in the heading you want here. Hit enter, the airplane will switch to the heading for you automatically. You can choose holding patterns. I'm not going to guess. I'll be very happy with whatever it is. I'll be happy with. And then you can also choose holding patterns too. So like if we want to do a holding pattern on, let's say, Pibso, right? Number 11. We can actually choose the holding pattern. This is awesome. I've never seen this on a flight management system before. We can choose the time, the distance, direct entry, parallel, teardrop. It has all the info. Inbound, outbound course. I mean, that's awesome. Oh, stop, Jake. Stop being such a kid. No, I'm kidding. Whatever it is, it'll be awesome. We'll try not to crash it tomorrow night after it gets downloaded. So we got about 50 miles until we need to descend. Let's bring up our speed again a little bit. And then for descending, I think the only thing I need to do for descent is, yeah, just put the PTU on. And then when the approach starts, that's when we need to put the APU back on. None of them. You could whisper. You can whisper it to Canada if you want to, Grease. I won't. I won't say anything. Jake won't tell me. It'll be okay. All right. ETU on. Pressurization. Jake, I don't want Grease to answer you. By the way, I want it to be a surprise, man. Like, I want it to be a surprise. All right, what is our pressure in old Canada right now? Let's refresh. Let's hit this METAR. Oh, still 30. That's right, but we're going to the same place we took off from. Still 30.2. All right, and what is our transition? Oh shit, we gotta plug in. All right, we gotta plug in the pressure. All right, here we go. We officially started our arrival. Our plane is now showing on the map. All right, let's plug in the right pressure here. Oh, you don't have to apologize, Jake, man. Relax. It's all good. All right, let's let me look at this chart right here. See what it says for descent. This is nothing new. Let's look at approach. That that doesn't help me out. I know nothing about the Romanian Air Force. But that's good to know. Thanks. Like you know, I guess I could try to figure it out, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it being a surprise. Like, I'm good with not knowing. All right, flaps up. Touchdown speed normally 7 knots below threshold speed. Yeah, that makes sense. Gear down and landing, flaps 24. All right, very good. All right, we can put this. We can actually just put this away now. All right, let's put that away. Let's tune this to 9,000. Bring up the chart on my trusty old tablet here. I don't think that's a real plane, actually. I don't think Greece is telling the truth right now. I don't think that's a real plane. Alright, we will be descending pretty soon. Man, Canada's got a lot of really pretty land, that's for sure. I'm so glad I built this route over all the mountains. This is not the way I originally planned this route today. I originally planned it going like clockwise. Then when I realized I had to build it by hand over in Simbrief, I just decided to build it over the mountains. That's cool. I'm glad we did that. Some good scenery. Hey, what's up, Spirit? The General Dynamics F-16. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Maybe it's one of the F-16s Joe Biden left over in Afghanistan. Maybe that's one of the planes Greece has given me. Here you go. Here's an F-35. Well, welcome to the airplane show, Spirit. We're almost done this episode for tonight, this special request episode. But if you like what you see, or even if you don't like what you see, hit subscribe and hit that like button. And you can always leave a super chat or become a member as well. I think he knows that, man. I think Greece might know that. At least I'm pretty sure he does. Greece seems to know a lot about airplanes. The F-16 is great. I love the F-15 Strike Eagle. That's probably one of my all-time favorite military planes. I especially like flying that thing in Ace Combat 7, man. That's such a fun airplane to fly in Ace Combat 7. Probably my favorite plane in that game besides the Tomcat. The F-15 Strike Eagle. And that's such a fun plane to fly in that game. Alright, let's see where we're at. How do I go back in the cockpit? Alright. What does VNAV say as far as descending? Oh yeah, we're getting ready to start descending. Alright, let's get ready to start descending. So let's go ahead and put on that. Let's reduce our throttle. Arm the altitude. Let's get the speed reduced just a little bit more. I want to get it down to about 230. Yeah. Yeah, it could have been built by Stalin. That's true. Come on, airplane. Ah, fuck it. Alright, start descending. Alright, let's put our seatbelts back on. Let's put PTU back on. I think I might actually go into heading mode, to be honest. That way I can arm the, yeah, let's do that. Let's go in heading mode. And let's turn on, localizer mode. Oh, never mind. It's not picking up the localizer yet. Alright, we'll stay in LNAV for now. Alright, let's turn the anti-ice off. Let's put our landing lights on. Put our wing lights, our logo lights. I never knew pilots put on the landing lights so early. I thought it was like right under 10,000 feet, but Chicago said most of the time they put them on at like under 18,000 feet while they're descending. I'm like, oh my, I never knew that. That's news to me. All right, so we got to be at 230 and then 210. We'll start slowing down. And about 5,000 is our capture point there. Oh, I just made a big circle from Calgary back to Calgary. CYYC to CYYC. I just took off, went north, and just made a big loop. The guy that requested this, he didn't give me any other airports. He just said Calgary, so that's what I used. All right, let's plug in 8,000. Hey, I'm not too sure, Jake. That's just what he asked for. So I was okay with it. All right, let's line up here, and then we're going to go into VOR mode. All right, let's go into heading mode. Let's put on the localizer mode. There we go. Let's get down to about 5,000 feet. Well, let's get down to 6,000 first. And actually, let me hold this altitude for a moment so I can drop some speed a little bit. And now go into there. Okay. And let's see here for approach mode. All right, altimeters, APU on. I think that's it. APU. Oh, and cabin warning. Okay. Let's turn the APU back on. That's right here. And let's warn the cabin. Maybe. I don't know how long of a flight that is. I have to do the math on it, but yeah, I could probably do that. The Dash 7's a cool plane. My favorite plane to fly in. Oh shit! I missed the turn. Damn it! Sitting here talking, I wasn't paying attention. My favorite plane in Aerofly is the Dash 8 Q400. That's an awesome plane. All right, let's get close so we can capture this localizer. We may have to do a circle. All right, let's put some flaps down. Oh, I never did click the speed bugs for landing. Let's click those. Hold on a second. What?
You have me at the antacid.
It's on the table.
Oh, my bad. I was just reading.
Good.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you. All right, let's click on the localizer. And let's click on glide slope. We may have to do a circle, but we'll see. And actually, let me pause the flight real quick so I can look at the checklist. All right, so landing AC pump on, flaps, and then APU air. And we got to put back on takeoff for the TMS, and then engine air off and APU air on. All right, very good. Whoa. All right, let's see if we need to do a go around. I think we're gonna have to. We'll see. No, maybe not. All right, let's put our landing gear down. All right, localizer's captured. Very good. Let's put on APU air and deactivate the engine air. And let's activate takeoff mode.
Established on the ILS.
It's not letting me do takeoff mode.
1,000.
Oh well, whatever.
Right slope.
I know I had to grab the mouse. Sorry.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Red light. Weight pressure C. 80 knots. Yellow and green spoilers. 60 knots.
Nice. That was a good landing. Well, hopefully I forget you, buddy, whoever you were that asked me to do this flight. I hope you liked it, because you only gave me one airport to use, so we just flew to the same airport. We took off, made a big circle, and then landed. So we're back here in Calgary. And yeah. I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow night. We're definitely going to fly something. I don't know what it's going to be. If somebody's got an idea, put it on Discord. I got a channel for like flight ideas. So if you have something you want to see and it's not like, you know, 5 hours long, well, I mean, you could put it on there, but I'm not going to do it if it's like that long. Not until the new simulator comes out. But yeah, I think that's about it for tonight. It's past my bedtime, you know, now that I'm getting older. It kind of works in reverse. Like when you get older, you start actually like having a bedtime again. And you got like a good like 20 or 30 years with no bedtime, and now I have like adult stuff to do in the morning. So like go to work and brush my teeth and stuff. Sucks. So anyways, that's about it. If you have any ideas, hit me up. If you like what you saw, or if you don't like what you saw, hit the like button. Either way, hit the subscribe button. You could go through the rest of your life and know that you helped me out just by hitting that button. And or you could never help me out and not hit the button. But either way, just hit it. You could have already been done by the time my rambling finished, so hit the button either way. You can become a member. You can also hit me with a super chat if you so choose. And that's about it. Well, thanks, Grease. I appreciate the good landing. Yeah, man, the landing with the flight stick's getting a little easier. It's getting a little easier with the flight stick now. I was trying to hit the autopilot off on the flight stick to get rid of the beeping, but I wound up actually having to click on the yoke itself. All right, that's about it. I'm gonna sign off here. I'm gonna get something for dinner, and I will see y'all tomorrow around 8 p.m. East Coast time over the beautiful skies of Mother Earth. Until then, this is well, you know who I am. Signing off until tomorrow.